Hi guys. Thank you to all of you who left a message on the Facebook page yesterday. I'm very, very grateful, and also to those of you who tweeted me. The question really was asking you what topics you'd like me to talk about in this video and future videos. So I'm extremely grateful for that. What I'm going to do is put a video together. Where I'm going to answer all the questions as in one big bunch. But what I've decided to do for today's topic really is to look at a subject that I think people don't actually talk about it enough in the fitness industry at the moment. I say at the moment it's not something that's kind of widely used. I do know that there are certain, maybe one certification that I know of that talks about the ability to change. I'm coming into contact with slightly more trainers who have the skill to be able to help people change, and I think people shy away from the word psychology. I think people shy away from life coaching. I think too many people think that you're admitting you've got an issue if you admit to any level of coaching apart from having a hard workout in the gym. I certainly am one of those people that if you'd said to me 15 years ago, take some coaching, take some psychology, take some NLP work, or on yourself, I would have kind of laughed at you back in the days when I was playing rugby. But I got to a point in my life where I needed to change. I wanted to change, should I say. I'll talk about needs and wants shortly. But I wanted to change. I wanted to be a highly regarded coach, highly regarded trainer. I was playing rugby, I was drinking at the weekends, and part of my life wasn't in line with the direction and the route that I wanted to go. And I knew that if I wanted to be the coach that I'm on the journey towards becoming, or I'm working hard to become a respected coach, that my life needed to be in line. Everything needed to be flowing in the right direction together. So I swallowed that kind of pill of and said, right, I'm going to take myself off. I'm going to have two or 3 years of alongside studying all the other aspects of personal training that I was doing. I'm going to take myself off and study NLP, have NLP on myself, have a lot of work on personal development, remap where I wanted to go. And I actually found that when I came back, or I say came back, as I was progressing on my journey towards becoming the better me, my clients were getting better results. And it kind of made me realise that I was attracting different clients as I was going along. So it made me realise massively that there's a huge link between psychology, life coaching, habit coaching, you want to call it, and personal training. That's before I came across any courses that are out there, and there are very, very few. I used to see, we still see now weight loss books that don't even talk about the psychology of changing, or weight loss groups that are attended by many, many people that don't really go into the detail of change. It frustrates me in the industry that I see so many people who say they want to change, and every 6 months they're back to square one. And I think we would have a lot fewer people out of shape if more people spent time before they started going to the gym on working on themselves. I think people would be able to stick at programs a lot longer if people took a hard look at themselves. And I think personal trainers in themselves would be able to help a lot more people if they went more into the field of lifestyle coaching and one thing and another, and use that as a skill alongside everything else that they've got. I think that when it comes down to wanting to be in the best shape of your life, people say that they want it. A lot of people say that they need it. I have a big belief in that people won't be successful if they need to change. I have a big belief, and I know that people that want to change are admitting the first step towards success. When they want to change, they just need the habits to be able to change. When somebody needs to change, is it a need of health? They don't want to change. If it's a need of health, they're being told that they need to change. Therefore, you get somebody that just turns up, does their session and goes, and changes nothing about their life outside of the gym. If somebody needs to change because of their husband telling them they're out of shape, or their wife telling them out of shape, or sometimes I've had it where guys have come in and said that they can't keep up with their children, or their children have said daddy's got a fat belly. This is again another need. You're not joining the gym because it's a big part of your life. You're joining the gym just to lose a little bit of weight so you can run around with your children. Well, great. Go to the gym, lose a little bit of weight. Well, I'm not really aiming this video at that type of person, because that type of person wants a bit of a short term, a little bit of weight loss, and that's about it, just to be able to carry on with their life and not feel like they're being ridiculed by people. But I'm aiming this video more at the people that contact us, or who post comments on the Facebook page and say, I struggled to remain in shape, I struggled to even get started. And it saddens me, because there's so many of you out there who think that going to the gym is going to be the first step towards getting in the best shape of your life. Going and buying a weight loss diet off the shelf is going to be the first step towards getting in shape. I actually think the first step to getting in shape is acknowledging that it's you that needs to change. I think that you need to take a hard look at the social environment you spend most of your time in. I think you need to commit yourself to being successful at something for once, and not continually failing, and actually say you're going to follow something through. I think that acknowledging to those close to you that this means a huge deal to you, and it's going to be something that you're going to stick to, and see through. It's something that people don't address at the beginning. If you start a weight loss program and surrounding you is all your friends that drink, and you keep putting yourself in that environment where you're going to drink, you're going to jump back on it. It's going to be a while. You might train for 3 or 4 weeks, and then you'll jump back. You'll fall back into old habits. I think if you go to the gym without the clear intention of it being long term, you're going to fail, because anything that we see short term, there's no longevity to it, just like there is with any diet. So I think that you've got to look at your social life. I think you've got to look at those around you. I think that you've got to look at the habits. I think you've got to tell people very, very close to you that it means a hell of a great deal to you. And then I think it's something that we've also got to look a little bit deeper into ourselves and understand the reasons why we've got in a bad shape in the first place. Is there a psychological attachment to food? Is there a potential level of life coaching that we may need? Honestly, is there self-doubt, self-worth? Has there been something that's happened in the past potentially that's that's the reason why you're out of shape? I've had it where people are bullied at school. I've had it where there's been a lot of self-doubt through self-confidence. Something's not the confidence earlier stages in the life. I'm not using this video to try and give you the tools of how to change, but I think part of change is acknowledging what could be potentially the problem. And so, there's many factors in terms of, why somebody won't stick to your diet. And as a trainer, it's not necessarily the fact that the diet's wrong. It's not necessarily the fact that the training program's wrong. I think it's a lot to do with the fact that the client themselves hasn't done the necessary steps prior to coming to see the trainer. Now, I'm very privileged to be able to work with the various different people, and the longer I'm in the industry, my network of coaches, especially lifestyle coaches and NLP coaches and sports psychologists, grows. And depending on the person will depend on the person that I refer them to work with. But I think personal trainers would be doing their clients a huge favour if they were able to either have some coaching themselves and understand, look at the possible signs that the client may need a little bit of coaching prior to starting training with you. Now, to be honest, I've kind of designed the business model here to the point where I'd say 95% of the people that turn up here are ready to train. Does that say for the last 15 years that I've not dealt with hundreds and hundreds of people who have needed my coaching? No, not at all. I've trained hundreds of people that I've spent hours with, working on all the skills necessary for them to change, and those people are still living healthy now, their family live healthy now, their social life has changed, they're still in shape, they're still training hard, but they've been prepared to grind it out, work through the changes, work through themselves, and they're reaping the benefits now, hugely. But I think one of the big kind of take homes for me, for you, for this video is, don't underestimate you. Don't underestimate how amazing your life could be if you spent 6 months or even less just starting to understand you, understanding why you're in the place that you're at now, how you could potentially change that, and how that can impact your ability to be able to stick to a fat loss program and a training program long term. Peaks and troughs happen in weight loss programs, not just because of nutrition, not just because of metabolic rate shifts, because you get to a plateau where you can't see further than the stone that you've lost. You've never seen yourself in shape. Is an average trainer going to be able to help you through that? No, I don't think so. I certainly have helped a lot of people through that, because I've made them realise that they need to start being able to see themselves thinner. They need to be able to start picturing themselves in better shape. But a day-to-day personal trainer or a newer personal trainer into the industry would struggle to do that. So the client, slips back to their old ways, stays out of shape, and they go back into that vicious circle of weight gain over and over and over. So, I didn't want this video to go on for 20 minutes. I'm going to try and get it under 15 minutes, and I'm doing a pretty good job of that now. But I wanted to bring to light the area of the role of psychology and life coaching, and some of the possibly softer side of transforming somebody that many coaches will say, no, it's nothing to do with that. People have got to turn up ready, they're on it, bang. That's true, and if I'm absolutely honest, I love working with people that are on it. I wouldn't say it's easier. I shouldn't say I prefer. I enjoy the challenge of working with absolutely everybody. So I'd never, unless somebody didn't want to change and they were a challenge to me in that respect, that's the type of client I wouldn't work with. But anybody that wants to work with me and change and work hard on those aspects of change is welcome at any time with me or any of my team. But I just want to bring to light the it's a huge area. It's a huge area and a huge reason that people don't change. And I think if people overlook it, they're missing a real key for long-lasting change. So, take a hard look at yourself this evening. I know this is going to go out to you in a few minutes. Take a hard look at yourself. Just wonder whether the reason why you're struggling to move forward is to do with you, where you are right now in your life, to do with the environment you're spending all your time in, and to do with things that potentially have happened in the past with you. And don't rule those out as the reasons why you're struggling to either get started or struggling to get results, and you keep coming back to square one every time. There are people out there who can work with you. There are fantastic coaches I can refer you to, and that could be your first step towards being and staying in the best shape of your life. So, with this video, please email me, leave a message, message me personally on the M10 Facebook page, or tweet me. I'm happy to tell you the people that I think you should work with, because I want everybody to be successful. Just because you're in the right place right now doesn't mean that just because you're not in the right place right now doesn't mean that you're not going to have a chance of getting in fantastic shape. What we do is not kind of set aside just for the people that are ready to change. What we do is also take people on board who are struggling to get started and put them in touch with people who they maybe could work with before they even come to see us. So don't rule change out. Don't rule lifestyle coaching, psychology, and don't rule out trying to understand yourself and potentially living a fantastic life in the best shape of your life. So please leave me a message, and I hope to speak to you soon. Thanks.